we start a transaction, we can do work on it, and then we can either commit or roll back. So if you dispose, we call the commit transaction, which calls the commit and close. The problem here is that if you call commit transaction and then call dispose, it does this twice, and the second time it throws an exception, which means it causes problems with your data. So we're going to fix that today. Now we can demonstrate this by going into our code that calls this and making sure that it calls it directly. So let's go to our sales code. We have our commit transaction, we have our rollback, and our using is closing that as well. So let's put our breakpoint right down here on our dispose, and let's run this method. So once it launches, I'll wait for the API to launch. It's almost there. It's slow the first time. Go ahead and log in. And we're just going to add a skillet and a toaster oven. Let's add one of everything. That's fine. And I hit checkout. And I hit commit transaction right here. I hit the breakpoint. Let's step into that we did commit it on commit transaction. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this code a little more robust. Now there's a few different options we could do. We could even look at the transaction itself and say, hey, has this been committed, by looking at the object and see if it's null? But that might be a little messy, and I really want to set these to null as well to kind of clear out everything and make sure we start over fresh the next time we go to work with this. So let's do this. Let's create a variable, a private variable. So private bool is closed. We'll set that to false. And what will happen here is whenever we have a transaction open, this will be false. It's not been closed. Whenever we commit or roll back the transaction, we will set it to true. So let's go up to our start connection right up here where we begin the transaction and say is closed equals false, just to make sure in case it was true, it's now false again, meaning it's open. Then we can come down to our two different locations. One down here is closed equals true, and then the rollback as well is closed equals true, like so. And then we can wrap this in a if statement.